Rice farming started in Japan approximately 3,000 years ago. For centuries, farming was carried out almost entirely by manual labor on small-scale farmland. Japan opened up to the outside world in the late 19th century through the Meiji Restoration period and worked to introduce Western technologies and systems as a means to modernize and industrialize. The government also worked to adopt European agricultural practices. However, since Japanese agriculture was centered on rice farming, many of these methods were ineffective, which prevented them from being fully adopted. Experienced farmers in Japan at the time possessed a wealth of technical skills based on their extensive experience. These experienced farmers' farming techniques were kept within the local areas of feudal society. When the nation centralized its power in the late 19th century during the Meiji period, regional networking events of agricultural techniques were held to share these farming techniques, spreading new knowledge and skills across the nation. In addition, tea and silk farmers in villages formed industrial associations for promoting their activities. The spread of these industrial associations marks a remarkable step in Japanese agricultural development. In 1900, the government passed the Industry Association Act. Within 5 years, there were 2,000 associations. By 1910, there were over 10,000. And by the 1940s, over 90% of farmers were working with an association. In 1947, these industrial associations were reorganized into Japan Agricultural Cooperatives. After the war, the Japanese people suffered from famine. The government needed to take immediate action to increase food production. In 1948, the government passed the Agricultural Improvement Promotion Act, which was modeled after similar initiatives passed in the United States. Based on this law, the national and prefectural governments collaborated to introduce agricultural extension services that would provide guidance and technical skills tailored to each farmer's land in order to improve productivity, quality of daily life, and help develop successors to farming. The government first established a basic framework for promoting agricultural extension services and allocated a budget to each prefecture to implement this framework independently. Prefectural governments established agricultural extension centers and assigned extension officers with a high degree of knowledge and technical skills, achieving a system that could provide precise guidance to each farmer. One feature of this initiative was the degree of freedom given to each prefecture. Upon deliberating with the national government, prefectures were able to implement policies specifically tailored to their region, based on the national framework. Extension officers assist farmers by introducing new technologies, supporting farm management, and utilizing various measures provided by the government and prefecture. For example, extension officers demonstrate and verify the new technologies developed at an agricultural research institute. Upon confirming their suitability for local conditions, this technology is extended to farmers. In addition, agricultural extension officers work to improve farm management through farm visits to consult on technology, management practices, and organize workshops. At the same time, these officers request research institutions to develop appropriate technologies tailored to the conditions of each region. Agricultural extension officers thus act as liaisons between the farmers and the research institutions. In turn, the national and prefectural government provide regular training and guidance to extension officers in order to update their technical basis for constantly evolving agricultural technology. Through this system, agricultural extension officers aim to support farmers to become self-reliant in their farm management. After the war, another law, the Agricultural Cooperatives Act, led to the creation of agricultural cooperatives. While farmland reform implemented as part of post-war reform provided opportunity for tenant farmers to have their own land, the size of the land they acquired was quite small. Farmers were impoverished and unable to purchase farming equipment. To address this, farmer-led organizations were created that allowed farmers to jointly purchase farming equipment and sell their products together. Approximately 20,000 of such agricultural cooperatives emerged across the country. While each cooperative was small, they came to comprise an enormous hierarchical network across municipal, prefectural, and national government. These cooperatives are involved in a wide range of activities. Firstly, they employ farming advisors to teach farmers how to run their farms. These advisors are employed by the cooperatives and provide affiliated farmers with guidance to improve farm operations and technical skills. Cooperatives also jointly sell their agricultural products and collectively purchase fertilizers and other farming supplies. Cooperatives are also involved in farmers' daily lives in a variety of ways. As of 2018, public agricultural extension programs have led to the dispatch of approximately 7,000 extension officers across the country. On average, there are 3 to 4 extension officers per 1,000 farmers. Meanwhile, there are approximately 14,000 farming advisors employed by the agricultural cooperatives, roughly twice the number of extension officers. On the ground, the farmers, prefecture government-employed extension advisors, and cooperative-employed farming advisors form a network, sharing necessary information with one another and working closely to improve farm management and farming technology. In recent years, rural areas are facing a challenge of declining agricultural workers, together with an aging rural population. While farmers have long operated their farms individually, we are now considering agricultural corporations, organized by groups of farmers, also to play an important role to support rural agriculture. In addition, more and more urban residents without prior experience are taking up farming. Now, Japan faces significant challenges in how to accelerate technological innovations and extend them to diversified stakeholders, as we have seen, to increase competitiveness of Japanese agriculture.